Hi folks, the plan this morning is to separate this Portulacaria afra Medio-Picta, there's actually 5 stems in here, into these 5 little pots. And I did the same thing last year with the Portulacaria afra Lilliput and ended up selling a few of those. And so that's the plan for these as well. I can sell them. They also would make great gifts. So that's the plan.
Alright, first we'll separate them. I've always liked this cultivar. I've almost bought it a few times over the last couple of years, but it wasn't until just a few weeks ago I decided, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And I had a lot of fun with my Lilliput last year, so I thought, why not? Let's do it again. So there's one, and I've let this thing, I bought it a few weeks ago, I kind of let it adjust to life outside, and it started to grow. And it's the first day of September, but it's going to be a hot week, so still very much feels like summer. And it seemed like a good time to get these separated, planted, so that next spring they'll be all established in their pots. And they're in this really, they've done fine in this mix. It's really dense. I feel like I'm tearing a lot of roots. I'm trying not to. And here's the biggest one that I'll plant to have it in a bigger pot to have it grow out a bit. My one Lilliput that I planted in a bigger pot and to make it, allow it to grow out, it's doing pretty well on that. It's starting actually to develop a cool little trunk on it, so I've enjoyed it. But yeah, I love the pink stems, the variegated leaves. It's cool cultivar. Alright, so now I'm gonna very gently try and get a lot of this soil off. I want to plant it in bonsai soil. So it might take a while because I do want to keep as many roots as possible. Although being Portulacaria afra, of course, it can handle a heavy root reduction. But yeah, I kind of wish, I thought I'd let this dry out, but I guess I didn't let it dry out very much at all. It's just pretty wet. I think what I'm going to do is get a bucket of water and actually try and wash all this off these roots. Because I can leave a little bit of this really dense soil on it. It's not going to be too bad, but I don't want to have big globs of it that will retain too much water, because I want to be able to just water these freely in a bonsai substrate. So yeah, I think I'll get some water, bucket of water, and wash these things off. Alright, so I've rinsed them off. So they look like I didn't go crazy. I wanted to keep some really fine roots, but got most of the really dense soil off. And now I just need to choose which go in which pots, and it looks like it's going to be pretty easy. I'll just put the biggest one in the biggest pot, and so forth. This one's the next biggest, go in the next biggest pot. And then we got this guy, and then the little guy will stick over here. So, yeah, now I just gotta pot them up. Start with the biggest one. I just mixed up some bonsai soil. So my regular viewers know my mix is 1 part pumice, 1 part high fired calcine clay, 1 part conifer bark. I just buy those in separate bags at my local garden center and mix them up, equal parts of each those 3 components. This one already has a nice kind of thick trunk. Well, thick is relative. It's already a nice looking little plant. And I found that's really nice with the way they sell these succulents. What they do is they just take, in this case it was a small pot. They put 5 cuttings in it to make it look like more like a full plant. Because I guess one stick in a pot would maybe look weak or small, and so they stick 5 cuttings in there, and so they sell you, basically five plants. And you get a nice little pots like these, and they're nice pots, but well, this is just a terracotta pot. But you put those in a nice little bonsai pot you can get for cheap on Amazon, and yeah, it makes a nice little creation. I also like planting succulents in these small pots because watering needs aren't as crucial. I mean, these like plenty of water, but if you miss a few days of watering, they're not gonna die. All right, so that is the first one, easy. And what I think I'm gonna have to do is the Nigel Saunders method, and maybe I'll go do that now. I'm gonna go get some rocks to put on the top for stabilization. So I have a whole bin of rocks, just neat rocks I find. This is some what I think is called chert. Man, I don't know. I'm not a geologist. But I found you just keep these rocks on there for maybe a couple months, and then the roots establish in the pot. After about 2 months, maybe it'll be firm in the pot. So we'll keep that open so you can see the stem there. So there we go. On to the next one. Here's the next one. Doesn't have too many roots, but and it's pretty top heavy. But if possible, I don't really want to prune these. I'm just gonna leave them as is. They'll establish roots, I think, the most quickly if I just don't do any top pruning on them. Go. I think that's good. Maybe a little bit deeper. This one has a bit of a tap root, but I'm not going to prune it off again because it fits in the pot just fine. There we go. Maybe I'll wait to put the rocks on just so I can get a shot of these. Yeah, I kind of like this one. It's a cool one. All right, on to the next. Okay. Oh wow, and these do have tie-in holes, but I'm not gonna tie these into place. But yeah, these are nice pots I got them off Amazon. I think the same company I got the other pots from. Pretty reasonable price. And if I do sell each one of these for like $5. Which I'm not going to get rid of, maybe I won't sell any of them, I don't know. I'm sure I'll sell or give away at least a couple. But if I do sell them, I'll get back some of the cost of the pots. This one's very wobbly, it's going to definitely need rocks for support. Yeah, he's a wobbly guy. Alright, on to the next one. Put a little bit of soil in the bottom. This one's already got a good little branch structure going, for the most part. And the last one. He's wobbly too. Get some little rocks on there. So I'm going to water these now, and then I'll put rocks on them. Alright, so here they are all lined up. Gonna give them a water now. I might tip over a bunch of them. Yeah. And this first watering, you really can't be too thorough, because this is dry bonsai soil, and so you kind of gotta water it. This one's actually pretty stable. You gotta water it, and then water it again, and then water it again. Alright, I'm gonna just keep going. I might just show this whole process just to emphasize, I mean, just show what I do. I mean, I really just soak it and soak it and soak it on this first watering. And even just waiting a few minutes and then soaking again. And I'll probably even soak it again tomorrow. And then water as needed as they dry out. Because these were in the sun. And honestly now I can't decide. Often when you repot a tree, you keep it out of full sun. But I'm wondering about these. You know, I probably will keep them. Since they're Portulacarias, I'm wondering, you know, maybe since they're accustomed to sunlight, to direct sunlight, I kind of gradually accustomed them to it over the course of a few weeks. When I first bought them, I moved them into they were just in mostly shade, morning sun. And then after a week and a half, then I moved them into like underneath my shade cloth. So they've been underneath my shade cloth. So maybe I'll keep them there, but kind of in the shade of other trees. And now I will take rocks, especially like this little guy. He's very tippy. I'm gonna take rocks and just prop him up. And I imagine after a couple months, he'll be firm in the pot and he won't need these rocks for support. So here's a final shot of them. The rods again are just to prop them up, not an artistic styling choice, but some people might like that actually. And yeah, I'm excited to grow these out, see how they do. I wanted to show off also my Lilliput. I did this operation a year ago, and it's starting to get, I mean, it's small. It's a dwarf variety of Portulacaria. And it's starting to get a trunk though. And I'm just kind of letting it go, and it seems to really like this terracotta pot, which isn't surprising. Terracotta pots are just great for developing bonsai, and they're cheap. So, and they're round. I'm all into round pots, so I love these shallow terracotta pots. So I'm hoping this one really likes that. Also wanted to show this off. This is exciting. It just happened today. Or I've been waiting for it to happen because I saw the bud. But here's the Whomping Willow Potentilla, and check it out. A single flower. Very I love the look of it with the single flower. It's very Four Seasons of Bonsai-esque. Four Seasons of Bonsai. Really good book, especially if you're interested in using shrubs as bonsai. There's all sorts of great examples of shrubs in that book. But yeah, exciting, got a flower. Really happy with this plant because, you know, I put through a lot this year. I dug it up, put in a tiny pot, pruned it back hard, and you can see it is just going now. It's gunning. It's happy. Alright, until next time, happy bonsai.